Hello and thanks for joining Arts24 from the Cannes Film Festival. Today, about bloody time. That's what Dame Helen Mirren told me when I asked her about the increasing recognition women are getting in the film world. With a career spanning 60 years, she has 3 Golden Globes, 5 Emmys, an Oscar, a Tony, 4 BAFTAs. We know the British actress best for the film The Queen and the TV series Prime Suspect. At 78, she's a face of L'Oréal Paris.
Hi, I'm Helen Mirren and I'm on France 24.
Helen Mirren, hello.
Hello.
Tell us, what does the Cannes Film Festival mean to you?
When I very first came to Cannes, I was doing experimental theatre in Paris, living a very, very bohemian life, you know, where stardom was disgusting, and everything that Cannes represented was the exact opposite of what we were trying to do. And I had a film opening at Cannes. It was Oh Lucky Man. And I arrived and first of all, they looked at what I was wearing and said, you can't wear that. So I said, well, I don't have anything else. So they'd say, well, we go out and we'll buy you something. So they went out and bought me a dress. And I'd never experienced that thing of, walking in front of photographers before. And I found it just the most terrifying thing. I was shaking like this when I got to the top of the stairs. I was like, that. It was so traumatic. So anyway, that was my first Cannes experience.
How have you managed to get used to it? Because you're not obviously like that on the red carpet
No,
now.
I'm not used to it. I am used to it. I'm used to it. To me now it's theatre, and I've done a lot of theatre, so the red carpet is theatre. And it's a performance, and it's lovely. I love it.
And I wanted to ask you, Greta Gerwig is the head of the jury this year. You had a big part as well in Barbie and the phenomenon that it became. And you've also now got your own Barbie doll.
Yes.
What do you make of this Barbie phenomenon in 2024?
Well, it's so interesting, isn't it? Because it's radical. When I visited Greta on the set and saw this extraordinary pink house, and it was just so out there. It was so bold and extreme and committed. I was, as we say in England, gobstruck, It's like, oh my God, this is either going to be an absolute disaster or a huge hit. And luckily it was a huge hit. But, I'd worked with Greta on a film. We did a film many years ago, and she was the sort of young, the young female character in it. And she was tortured by the studio, They kept dyeing her hair and then undyeing it and making her wear a short skirt and then saying, oh, no, that doesn't work. And just kind of messing with her character constantly. And so it was so great to see Greta now behind the camera, a whole different ball game.
And can you share with us some details about your upcoming film, The Thursday Murder Club?
Yes, well, this was, based on an extremely successful books. I'm so looking forward to it, working with my beloved fellow British actors. Shooting in Britain anyway, with a very British sort of subject.
And I wanted to ask you about the L'Oréal Paris Lights on Women Worth Award.
Yes.
Why is that more important than ever, do you think?
Well, it continues to be important. And again, it's one of the initiatives that I love that L'Oréal Paris do for women and about women, and to encourage more women to come behind the camera as directors, to see the sensibility and the understanding of women directors beginning to influence the culture, the stories that we watch, is very important to me. And my God, about bloody time. I've only been waiting like 40 years or more for this to happen, but finally it's happening.
OK, we'll leave it there, about bloody time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, then, to the first Indian film to be in the Cannes competition in 30 years. All We Imagine as Light is written and directed by Payal Kapadia and is a beautiful portrait of female friendship in today's Mumbai. Some critics are tipping it for the big prize, the Palme d'Or.
Hi, my name is Payal Kapadia. My film is called All We Imagine as Light.
ഇത് പ്രവേശിക്കാണല്ലോ ഇതിപ്പോ ആരയക്കാനാ ഒന്നും കാണുന്നില്ല. ഇതിലെന്തോ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ എഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ട്.
The film is about the friendship between three women and the kind of friendships one moves away from one's family and makes another city their home. I think a lot of young people would understand that.
ചേച്ചി ഞാൻ ഇറങ്ങോ വീട്ടിൽ കാണാം.
സിസ്റ്ററിന്റെ റൂംമേറ്റിനെ ഈടായിട്ട് എന്തൊക്കെയോ ഒരു മാറ്റം ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചാലും അവളൊരു പയ്യനുമായിട്ട് ഇഷ്ടത്തില്ല.
A lot of times in the system of the patriarchy, women are sort of pitted against each other. There is an aspect of bringing the other one down. It's so internalized that this is what happens, which is a real pity, because I think that if solidarity could exist beyond the patriarchy, it could be such a great thing for all of us.
ആൾക്കാരെ നമുക്കറിയാം, പക്ഷെ നല്ലതാണ് വലിയ സമയമൊന്നും.
Well, ahead of the Palme d'Or announcement on Saturday night, there's an award for the best LGBTQ+ film. The Queer Palme has been running for 14 years. This year, it's been awarded to 3 kilometres to the end of the world, a harsh movie about the outcasting of a young homosexual in a remote village in Romania. Yong Chin made this report about the 18 films up for this year's prize.
A queer film is a film that breaks genre codes. All LGBT feminist films are generally tools and weapons to understand the patriarchy, dominate it, and see how we can break it.
I am born like this, and the reason that I've come here, this is from God.
Tell me, baby, what about my masculinity?
On the 18 films that the jury was asked to see this year, I think it was really interesting in that we have a fully exhaustive range of what queer cinema can be.
कुछ नाम वाम है तेरा?
देविका। यहाँ की औरतें बाहर सिगरेट नहीं पीती।
यहाँ की औरतें बहुत कुछ नहीं करती जो मैं करती हूँ।
और तू अपने से दुगनी उम्र के रंडियों के साथ डोलती हुई नजर नहीं आनी चाहिए मुझे। जिस गंदी नाली से आई है ना, उस जगह पे जाके सड़।
Queer cinema or LGBTQ cinema, was often at the fringes of filmmaking. These stories were seen as niche, small fish. And now we see an accelerated amount of these stories reaching wider audiences. And so to see 18 films throughout the Cannes Film Festival, official and unofficial competitions competing is massive, because it means that more people can see different kinds of people. That means that we have a stronger understanding of what diversity truly looks like, rather than one single thing.
Now, one of the prizes I get most excited about in Cannes is the Palme Dog, the award for the best on-screen pooch. Last year, Messi from the Palme d'Or winning film Anatomy of a Fall won it. This year, first prize went to Cody from French-Swiss actor Letitia Dosh's Dog on Trial, and the runner-up was Zin from Black Dog, starring Taiwanese superstar Eddie Peng. This report now from Jenny Ben-Brahim.
Messi won Palme d'Or last year on this very beach, on that red carpet. The black and white Border Collie winner of Palme d'Or really set the tone this year, which has been unbelievably doggy.
Allez-y, faites-le entrer.
I came across that story by chance. It was inspired by a real one about a trial around a dog. The dog wasn't the accused, but he belonged to the accused and he had bitten someone. The dog caused chaos in town, and that really interested me.
Non, s'il vous plaît.
I was interested in the dog's presence. He had quite a strange life with a lot of emotions, and I wanted to convey that emotion, like an American actor would do. Not a comic one, but someone like Joaquin Phoenix, the Joaquin Phoenix of dogs.
Her name's Xiaoxing, and she is my star. She's the main character in the movie. It's a universal story about a man and a dog. Their relationship serves as a reflection of their struggles and ultimately becomes a source of salvation for both. I asked the director, is it possible that I adopt her? My life changed.
Towards your seat.
Well, that's it from us today. Join me this Saturday evening for our closing show from the Cannes Film Festival, where we'll be talking about the winners after the awards ceremony. See you then.